Hello my beautiful friends. Today we are going to be tackling yet again another pay or stay away. We have a lot of new makeup releases to talk about, so let's go ahead and jump right on in. Alright. I got a new camera. I am currently in the process of figuring out what the heck I'm supposed to do as far as lighting, as far as settings. I don't know anything about technology even in the slightest, so I'm struggling really hard. I can finally see myself on the computer. This whole time that I've had a YouTube channel, which is almost a year now, I haven't been able to see myself even once to see if I'm actually like in frame or if I'm blurry or if I look just weird. And so that's why oftentimes in my videos I'll be like off to the side over here or like a little bit to the left or something when I'm supposed to be just straight in the center because I can't see what I'm doing, but now I can. I'm looking at myself right now. And I just rambled on for like 5 minutes about that. So let's go ahead and get into what you guys are here for, the new makeup releases here for this week. So jumping on in here, Viseart has announced that they're coming out with the brand new Koi eyeshadow palette. This will be available on January 1st at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and this is going to retail for the typical Viseart price of $80, which is expensive. But this is one of their, I believe it's a 12 pan palette, and this is like what Viseart is known for. They've come out with a bunch of different kinds of palettes since the beginning of their brand, but most people enjoy their actual 12 pan palettes that are mainly used for like makeup artists and whatnot. So the packaging isn't like the best thing in the world. It's not the most snazzy looking thing ever, but these palettes are well loved by makeup lovers and makeup artists basically everywhere. But Viseart is coming out with the Koi eyeshadow palette, which is 12 different shades of satin formula shadows. We have a bunch of different fun colors in here. Apparently this is a magnetic palette as well, which is something that I know that Viseart lovers were wanting from them for a very long time. Now on Trendmood's post, it says that these are going to be glistening watercolor finishes that build from sheer to full coverage, corals, golds, purples, and greens. So I think that the color scheme of this is absolutely stunning. I mean, these are really beautiful, like light washes of color, pastel-ish shades almost. I think these look beautiful. I think in the swatches they look gorgeous. The shades that are really sticking out to me the most are the purple tones. We have a lot of different really beautiful violet toned purples in here that look absolutely stunning. They look right up my alley. I love that beautiful kind of hot baby pink. I love shades like that, so this is like calling to me and saying, buy me, buy me. But these are satin formula eyeshadows, and I do not ever reach for satin formula eyeshadows. If this was like a matte palette, maybe we'd be talking a different story here and maybe I'd want to purchase it, but I don't ever reach for satin formula eyeshadows, which is crazy because back in the day I used to like only reach for mattes and satins. I never reached for sparkly metallic toppers like I'm doing now. I have taken like a full 180. I've gone from like boring matte, all matte eyeshadow looks to like colorful and super sparkly and super intense like drag-esque eyeshadows, which I'm okay with. I like them this way, but it's just really strange that I like completely flipped here. Now, I'm not going to be purchasing this because although I think the colors are beautiful and I think that I could definitely use these satin shadows in the crease, or you could use them on the lid and just kind of pat my little glitter toppers that I'm loving right now over top of them. This is 80 bucks, and if I'm gonna spend 80 bucks on eyeshadow, it's gonna have to be perfect for me. It's gonna have to be exactly what I want, not something that I'm gonna have to manipulate and use different ways. So as of right now, satin formula eyeshadows are like totally out of the realm of things that I want to buy. So I'm completely okay saving my 80 bucks, keeping it in my bank account, and skipping over this guy. But I do have to applaud Viseart on coming out with a really interesting color story. I love all the colors in here. They're beautiful, and I'm sure that a lot of people are going to love this because there are so many Viseart fans out there. Viseart, however you say it. But for me, I just don't want this guy, so I'm okay with that. My bank account is extremely happy that I'm choosing to keep my 80 bucks and spend it on things that I actually need, like food and water and heating. So this second one is going to be real heated. I'm about to get real feisty and spicy over here, so I apologize ahead of time. But Coparty is coming out with coconut oil toothpaste. These are $12, so not a bad price, and they are available now on the Sephora website. They've come out with two different flavors, coconut and coconut charcoal, and basically these are coconut oil toothpaste. So I'll read you guys what it says on Trendmood's post, but apparently these will naturally restore enamel, whiten teeth, teeth and freshen breath without any chemicals. This 100% natural, minty flavored toothpaste is fluoride free, with a clean alternative that helps to strengthen and repair enamel on teeth. Formulated with naturally antimicrobial coconut oil, which provides a non-abrasive full mouth detox. $12 each. These are vegan, gluten-free, fluoride-free, sulfate-free, sulfate-free, no artificial sweeteners, and cruelty-free. Okay, where do I begin with this toothpaste? Where do I begin with Kopari in general? I already know some of you out here are gonna be like, shut up, bitch, you don't know what you're talking about. But I don't know, man, I kind of do. I'm a dental assistant and this is my job. I've been doing it since I was 17. I'm 23 now, so I've been doing it for a long time. Yeah, when it comes to fluoride-free toothpaste, I don't really know if that's the best thing to be giving people and to be kind of throwing out there like it's a good thing. I mean, if I came across fluoride-free toothpaste, I would say that's kind of garbage and don't use it. And let me tell you why. So back in the 1800s and the 1700s and the 1600s, people did not have their teeth past the age of like 30. If you were 30 years old and you had all of your teeth, you were blessed. You were basically blessed with amazing genes and amazing teeth. Because most people's teeth were rotted out of their head by then, and it was really, really rare to find people with more than like 3 good teeth. So then once we discovered this chemical called fluoride, basically everyone was able to basically keep their teeth for longer. And as you know, nowadays, we have our teeth until we are 70, 80. Some people keep their teeth for their entire life. Granted, some people lose their teeth when they're really young, but there's a lot of factors that play into it. But because we got fluoridated toothpaste and we use it every single day, hopefully twice a day, I hope everyone's using it twice a day, we have been able to fight cavities and fight bacteria in the mouth. Now, is fluoride a chemical that is poisonous? Abso-freaking-lutely. And I totally understand people's gripes against fluoridated water and whatnot. I totally understand because, you know, anything to reduce the amount of chemicals you put in your body is a good thing. But when it comes to toothpaste, you are not sitting there eating tubes of toothpaste, at least I sure hope not, but you're not sitting there eating tubes of toothpaste actually swallowing the fluoridated toothpaste. Now, you are going to swallow a little bit because, you know, you can't really prevent yourself from swallowing certain things. That's what she said, sorry. I'll stop. The amount of fluoride that you actually swallow from using fluoridated toothpaste is so incredibly minimal that you're not going to have any damaging effects to it, especially with your health. Basically, it just goes in there, it coats your teeth, and then you spit it out. You swallow a little tiny bit of it, but it's not enough to really do anything or do any bad things to you. And because of fluoride, we've been able to keep our teeth and keep our teeth healthy. And I just went on like a really long tangent here, but my gripe with the Kopari coconut toothpaste is not the fact that it's coconut oil, and it's not the fact that it's chemical free and all these wonderful natural ingredients and whatnot. It is the fact that they are basically selling it as a positive that it's fluoride free. For people who are really impressionable and people who just maybe don't know that fluoride's not bad for you as long as you don't eat a bunch of it, they're gonna think that fluoridated toothpaste is the devil from now on. And there are so many people who want to hop on these trends, and there's so many people that are just obsessed with Sephora, obsessed with makeup, and they're gonna see this and think, oh my god, I have to stay away from fluoridated toothpaste, and then their teeth will be at risk. I mean, I see it every single day. People don't brush their teeth, and their teeth literally rot out of their head. And people who use fluoridated toothpaste, it is science that it helps keep your teeth inside of your head not rotting away. I don't know, man, it just kind of, I'm not even gonna say it kind of rubs me the wrong way. It does rub me the wrong way that Kopari is out here saying it's a good thing that we're fluoride free, because it's not a good thing that you're fluoride free. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But I apologize if I'm coming off as preachy and as self-righteous and having a better than thou attitude or whatever, but this is something that I feel really passionately about. I mean, as I said, I'm a dental assistant. I see this kind of stuff. I see the effects of people not, you know, using fluoride and brushing their teeth and whatnot, and I don't know, man, this really rubs me the wrong way, and I'm really trying not to be super, super mean and super like, I know better than you about this, but I do know about this. I mean, I don't know a whole lot of things, but I know enough about dental to know that you should definitely be using fluoridated toothpaste. I mean, I think so. I would hope I would know that by now after like 5 years of doing this. But yeah, Kopari as a brand, like, as a whole, has always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I mean, I believe they came out about 2 years ago, and they started out selling their coconut melt, which is basically a really, really fancy coconut oil, and I understand that some people might like it, but for me and for my personal taste, I love coconut oil, but I will never spend $24 on coconut oil when I can go down to Trader Joe's and get organic triple pressed coconut oil for $3.99. I will never do that. And since Coparty came out, I've always thought, why is this so expensive, and why are they selling glorified coconut oil? So I know some people love it. I'm probably like a total dummy missing the point here and missing the point of Coparty, but I truly just don't understand the point of Coparty. So I don't know. I should probably get off my high horse here and stop acting like I'm better than Coparty. This is kind of the first time that I've just sat here and took a giant crap on a brand, but I feel really, really strongly about this, and they really rubbed me the wrong way. Moving on. Now that I've been a total Debbie Downer and sat here and talked major crap about a brand for like 10 minutes, let's go ahead and move on into the indie releases for this week. And I promise, no more complaining, no more bitching. We got all sorts of good things to talk about here. The first indie release that I wanted to talk about today is by Stargirl Cosmetics, and they have just come out with their Saucy palette. This is available now and it retails for $36. I believe this is an all matte palette, and I've never heard of this brand before, but they had me very interested here. Look at this palette. Need I say more? Like, look at it. This is my perfect palette, and I feel like I say that a lot, especially recently, but so many brands have been putting out beautiful pink and purple palettes, and I am so happy and thankful for that because I love pink and purple. Obviously, we all know this by now. So this brand, even though I have these shades, is just speaking to me on a personal level. Now, I missed out on a really big sale that they had recently. I think they had like a Christmas sale or something like that, and they had this palette for 18 bucks, and I totally missed out on it. So I am just gonna sit my butt down, be patient, and wait for this to drop back down to $18 again, because I'm sure that it will one of these days, and whenever that happens, I will get this guy because she's beautiful and she's right up my alley. We're basically made for each other. So the next indie release that I wanted to talk about is by Blush Tribe, which is a brand that I personally really enjoy, and they have just come out with their Mazuna palette. This is available now and it retails for 32 smackaroons. So I like this palette. I think it's really pretty. I'm kind of disappointed by it, and that's only because of my personal preference. We saw some sneak peeks of this palette quite a while back. I believe it was like the end of summer that we saw people kind of sneak peeking this palette and whatnot, and I wanted it from the start because I was seeing a lot of pink, a lot of red, a lot of orange, and then a few blues kind of thrown in. So I was really interested. As we just discussed, I am obsessed with pink eyeshadow. Do I need any more? No. Will I buy more? Yeah. It's a problem. I should probably do something about it and get an intervention or something, but no, not yet. Not when there's all this beautiful pink makeup to buy. But I'm just a little disappointed because this palette leans more so blue in my opinion than it does kind of pink, orange, purpley, reddish, which is what I typically like to go for. And because this palette is $36, you basically tack on the shipping and then you tack on the international customs coming to the US to me, and it's basically a $45, $50 palette. So I want it to be 100% of what I want if I'm gonna spend that much money on a palette. So because it's just not exactly what I was hoping for, I'm gonna go ahead and skip over it for now. I do think it's really pretty and I wouldn't mind having it in my collection. I just wish I didn't have to pay for those damn customs because they're so expensive. I just hate them so much. This must be how everyone else who doesn't live in the US feels about makeup releases, because we are spoiled over here and we have a bunch of brands that people want all over the world and have to pay customs for, so I can suck this one up. So moving on to the next indie release that I wanted to talk about that caught my attention for this week, we have Elda Cosmetics, which is a brand I've never talked about here in Pay or Stay Away, and it's a brand that I've never tried. They announced that they're coming out with their new quads. These are available now and they retail for only $15, which is surprising because these look beautiful. So I guess that Elda Cosmetics sells a bunch of single shadows, and they've just come out with some new ones for the holiday. And I guess that their whole spiel with this is that you can mix and match and basically put together your own custom quad for only $15, which is an amazing deal. And right now, as of today, the 29th, December 29th, you're having 20% off the entire website with the code 20. Not affiliated, I don't make a penny, they have no idea that I'm saying this, But I went ahead and made a purchase today. I got some single shadows and I purchased a quad. They have really beautiful foiled, intense looking polychromes. So yeah, I went ahead and purchased some of these. They sound amazing. I mean, polychromes. They look beautiful, so I can't wait to try them. And I will definitely do a designated video here on my channel because I've never seen anyone talk about these before, but the price is good, the colors are beautiful, and polychrome. Need I say more? Alright, my darlings, you guys have been sitting here listening to me enough, so let's go ahead and wrap this up with the very last indie release that I wanted to talk about today that caught my attention during the week. And that is by an indie brand called Hey Glisten. I've never heard of them before. I had never even seen any of their products, never heard the name. But I don't know about you guys or if you played Legend of Zelda, but Hey Glisten, I want to know if they named it after this little fairy that goes, "Hey, listen! Hey, listen!" in the game, because it's a really, really popular thing if you're into Legend of Zelda, and a lot of people are, so I'm curious. I'm curious to know if that's like a reference. It's probably not at all, and I'm probably just a giant nerd, but what are you gonna do? But they have just announced that they're coming out with pressed highlighters, and these are available now. I guess they didn't have pressed highlighters before. I guess they had loose highlighters, but these are $12 each, and they look fabulous. They've come out with 4 different shades. There is the shade Bex, which is a nude with a violet shift, which sounds to die for. Luna is silvery white. Daisy, a pink shifting highlight, which is right up my alley. And Sophie, which is a beautiful yellow gold. These look stunning. These don't look glittery, they don't look chunky, they look really, really smooth and metallic and almost duochrome-y. These look beautiful, and for $12, I'm willing to give these a chance. I like the brand name, I think it's cute, and I like the colors they've come out with. And it looks like you do kind of get a decent amount of skin tone kind of variation here, because there's some interesting shades that I feel like would look good on light skin, medium skin, even dark skin. So even though they only came out with 4 shades, I feel like a lot of people could use these, and I'm definitely interested in picking some of these up. The one that I want is called Bex, which is the nude with the violet shift. That sounds phenomenal. It is sold out, so I'm gonna go ahead and wait till they restock, and I'll probably pick up a few of them and of course do a review here. I'm excited to try these new indie brands that I've never tried before, and they are just knocking it out of the park with releases because these look stunning. But that is gonna be wrapping up this week's Pay or Stay Away. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off camera here. My battery died like 3 times during this. I'm a hot mess. It's nighttime again. Why do I always film at nighttime? No one knows. Nighttime is when I'm the craziest and the most strange and energetic, so I don't know why I always choose to do this. I'm sorry. But please do let me know down in the comments, what are you guys going to be picking up for this week? Because there really weren't that many mainstream releases that stood out to me at all. I mean, I literally talked about 2 of them, but the indie makeup brands are killing it as per usual, and I am more than happy to give indie brands my money because I love indie brands so much and I want to support them. So let me know down in the comments if you've picked any of this stuff up, if you're going to be picking any of this stuff up, or if you're going to be picking up something that I didn't mention. But with that being said, that is going to be wrapping up this video. I do hope that you consider subscribing if you have not already, and if you enjoyed the video and you found it helpful, go ahead and give me a big old thumbs up and hit the notification bell if you want to know when I am posting. But I hope that you are having an absolutely amazing and beautiful day wherever you are, and thank you so much for spending your time here today. I hope to see you next time. Bye!